Good morning. Here's your daily tech briefing for 2020-60803. Today we're covering Java, Apache Kafka, Docker, Kubernetes, and Cloud, AWS/Azure/GCP, plus the Architect's Corner. Let's get into it. Let's dive into the world of Java, where several interesting developments have caught our attention over the past 24 hours. First off, a developer has created a tool called Java Multi-Tool, which aims to replace the need for multiple browser tabs with a single program. This tool, available on GitHub, is an attempt to streamline workflows and increase productivity for Java developers. The idea behind Java Multi-Tool is to provide a centralized platform where developers can access various tools and resources, eliminating the need to switch between multiple tabs and applications. While the project is still in its early stages, with only 2 points and no comments on Hacker News, it's an interesting concept that could potentially simplify the development process for Java engineers. The fact that it's open source and available on GitHub means that the community can contribute to its development and help shape its future. As of now, there's not much information on how it works or what specific features it offers, but it's definitely worth keeping an eye on, especially for those who work extensively with Java. Moving on, we have a couple of videos that have been shared on Hacker News, including one about restoring a Java ring on a Japanese TV show. This video, available on YouTube, seems to be more of a novelty item, and while it might not be directly relevant to Java development, it's an interesting example of how Java can be used in creative and unexpected ways. The video has garnered only 1 point and no comments, suggesting that it might not be of significant interest to the developer community. However, it's a light-hearted and entertaining watch, and who knows, might even inspire some developers to think outside the box when it comes to using Java. Another video that's been shared is the Java Story, the official documentary, which is a more substantial and informative resource for Java developers. This documentary, also available on YouTube, provides an in-depth look at the history and evolution of Java, and could be a valuable resource for those looking to learn more about the language and its ecosystem. With 2 points and no comments, it's clear that this documentary hasn't generated much discussion, but it's still worth checking out for anyone interested in the story behind Java. Lastly, and perhaps most significantly, there's a research paper that's been making waves on Hacker News, titled AI Migrated Legacy COBOL Programs to Java, Bugs Included. This paper, available on Archive, discusses how artificial intelligence can be used to migrate legacy COBOL programs to Java and the challenges and limitations that come with this process. The fact that the migrated code includes bugs is a significant finding, as it highlights the potential risks and complexities of relying on AI for code migration. The paper has generated a lot of interest and discussion, with 85 points and 81 comments on Hacker News, and it's clear that this is a topic that resonates with many developers. The idea of using AI to migrate legacy code is an attractive one, as it could potentially save time and resources, but the fact that the migrated code includes bugs raises important questions about the reliability and accuracy of this approach. As one commenter pointed out, this could have significant implications for companies that rely on legacy systems and highlights the need for careful testing and validation when migrating code. In terms of real-world implications, this research could have a significant impact on companies that are looking to modernize their legacy systems. Many organizations still rely on COBOL for critical applications, and migrating this code to a more modern language like Java could be a major undertaking. However, if AI can be used to automate this process, it could potentially save a lot of time and resources. On the other hand, the fact that the migrated code includes bugs means that companies will need to be careful when implementing this approach, and will need to invest in thorough testing and validation to ensure that the migrated code is reliable and accurate. Overall, these developments highlight the diversity and complexity of the Java ecosystem, from tools and resources aimed at streamlining development to documentaries and research papers that shed light on the language and its applications. Whether you're a seasoned Java developer or just starting out, there's always something new to learn and discover in this vibrant and dynamic community. As we continue to explore the world of Java, it's clear that there are many exciting developments on the horizon, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for this popular and versatile language. Apache Kafka has been making waves in the world of stream processing and event-driven systems, and it's interesting to see how it's being utilized in various projects. Recently, a blog post caught our attention, titled Kafka App. There's a skill for that on the Etsy code as craft blog. Although the post itself doesn't seem to have garnered much discussion, with only 1 point and 0 comments on Hacker News, it highlights an important aspect of Kafka's ecosystem. The blog post talks about creating custom skills for Alexa, Amazon's virtual assistant, using Apache Kafka as the backbone for handling events and stream processing. This is a unique use case, as it showcases how Kafka can be used to build real-time, event-driven systems that interact with voice assistants. The idea is that by leveraging Kafka's capabilities, developers can create more robust and scalable skills for Alexa, handling complex event processing and stream handling with ease. For those who may not be familiar, Apache Kafka is an open-source distributed streaming platform that's designed to handle high throughput and provides low latency, fault-tolerant, and scalable data processing. It's widely used in industries such as finance, retail, and healthcare, where real-time data processing is critical. In the context of Alexa skills, Kafka can help handle the complexity of voice interactions, allowing developers to focus on building more sophisticated and engaging experiences for users. While the post itself is more of a proof of concept, it demonstrates the versatility of Apache Kafka and its potential applications in areas beyond traditional stream processing. As more developers explore the possibilities of Kafka, we can expect to see even more innovative use cases emerge, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with event-driven systems and real-time data processing. Docker has been making some significant updates to enhance the developer experience and security. Let's start with the concept of sandboxes in development environments. A sandbox is essentially an isolated environment where developers can test and run their code without affecting the main system. However, setting up these sandboxes can be time-consuming and tedious, often requiring a lot of manual configuration and tooling. This is where Docker Sandbox Kits come in. Docker Sandbox Kits are designed to turn empty sandboxes into productive development environments with repeatable tooling, credentials, and configuration. This means that developers can quickly spin up a sandbox environment that's already set up with the necessary tools and configurations, allowing them to focus on writing code rather than setting up the environment. This is a big win for developer experience, as it saves time and reduces frustration. With Docker Sandbox Kits, developers can have a consistent and reliable environment for testing and development, which can lead to faster time to market and higher quality code. In addition to improving developer experience, Docker has also been working on enhancing security features. Specifically, Docker AI governance now includes audit logs that provide a single searchable record of every policy decision made by agents. These logs are streamed to the Security Information and Event Management System, or SIEM, that the security team already uses. This is a significant update, as it allows security teams to have visibility into what the agents are doing and what policies are being enforced. The fact that these logs are streamed to the SIEM is important because it means that security teams don't have to learn a new system or switch between different tools to get the information they need. They can simply use the tools they're already familiar with to monitor and analyze the audit logs. This can help security teams to better understand what's happening in their environment and make more informed decisions about security policies. Companies that use Docker AI governance can benefit from this update, as it provides an additional layer of transparency and accountability in their security operations. Overall, these updates demonstrate Docker's commitment to improving both developer experience and security, which are critical aspects of modern software development. Kubernetes has seen a significant update with the release of Gateway API version 1.6. The Gateway API is a standard for service networking in Kubernetes, allowing for more expressive and role-oriented networking configurations. In previous releases, The Gateway API focused on supporting HTTP and TLS Layer 7 traffic, which is typically used for web applications. However, with version 1.6, the API has expanded to include support for TCP route and UDP route, which have now graduated to standard status. This update is important because it provides a more comprehensive networking solution for Kubernetes users. TCP route and UDP route allow for the configuration of Layer 4 traffic, which is commonly used for non-web applications such as databases, messaging queues, and gaming servers. By standardizing support for these protocols, the Gateway API makes it easier for developers to manage and configure networking for a wider range of applications. The graduation of TCP route and UDP route to standard status means that they are now considered stable and ready for production use. This should give users confidence in using these features for their Kubernetes deployments. The Kubernetes SIG network community, which is responsible for the development of the Gateway API, has been working to establish a production-grade foundation for service networking in Kubernetes, and this release is a major step forward in that effort. With Gateway API v16, users can expect a more robust and expressive networking solution for their Kubernetes applications. Let's dive into the latest developments in the cloud space, focusing on AWS, Azure, and GCP. Starting with Oz, there have been some notable updates in the past week. One of the most significant changes is the price reduction of GPT models in Bedrock. For those who might not be familiar, GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, which is a type of artificial intelligence model used for natural language processing tasks. Bedrock is a service offered by Oz that allows users to deploy and manage these models more easily. The price reduction is likely to make it more attractive for developers to use these models in their applications, which could lead to more innovative AI-powered solutions. Another update from AWS is the introduction of CloudWatch managed collectors for Prometheus metrics. CloudWatch is a monitoring and observability service provided by Oz that allows users to track metrics and logs from their applications. Prometheus is an open-source monitoring system that provides a time series database to store metrics. The new managed collectors will make it easier for users to collect and monitor Prometheus metrics, which is particularly useful for containerized applications and microservices architectures. This update will simplify the process of monitoring and troubleshooting applications, allowing developers to focus on writing code rather than managing monitoring infrastructure. Moving on to GCP, there have been some updates to Cloud Workstations. Cloud Workstations is a service that provides pre-configured virtual machines for development environments, allowing developers to easily set up and manage their development workflow. The update includes new versions of JetBrains pre-configured base images, which are now updated to version 2026X. Specifically, the updates include CLion 2026.1, Golang 2026.2, and IntelliJ IDEA 2026.1. These updates will provide developers with the latest tools and features, making it easier for them to develop, test, and deploy their applications. The use of pre-configured base images can save developers a significant amount of time and effort, as they don't have to worry about setting up their development environment from scratch. Overall, these updates demonstrate the ongoing efforts by cloud providers to improve their services and make them more attractive to developers. By providing more affordable AI models, easier monitoring and observability, and streamlined development environments, AWS and GCP are continuing to push the boundaries of what is possible in the cloud. As a developer, it's exciting to see these updates and think about how they can be used to build more innovative and efficient applications. Now, let's shift gears for the Architect's Corner. 5 minutes on real enterprise software architecture and system design. The team at Netflix faced a significant challenge in modeling device capabilities for analytics, given the vast and evolving set of features and content types they support. This includes 4K streaming, immersive audio, live streaming, and cloud gaming across a diverse ecosystem of devices. However, not all devices are created equal, with varying hardware limitations such as availability of processing power, memory, and graphics capabilities. To address this problem, the Netflix team built a device capability modeling system that allows them to accurately capture the capabilities of each device. This system involves creating a set of device profiles, each representing a specific device's capabilities, such as its processing power, memory, and graphics processing unit. These profiles are then used to determine which features and content types are supported on each device, ensuring that users receive an optimal viewing experience. The device profiles are created by collecting data on each device's hardware and software specifications, as well as its performance characteristics. This data is then used to generate a set of device capability models, which are essentially a set of rules that define what features and content types are supported on each device. For example, a device with a high-resolution display and a powerful graphics processing unit may be capable of supporting 4K streaming and immersive audio, while a device with limited processing power and memory may only be capable of supporting standard definition streaming. The solution involves a number of architecture and design decisions. For instance, the team had to decide how to collect and store the device data, how to generate the device profiles, and how to use these profiles to determine which features and content types are supported on each device. They also had to consider issues such as scalability, performance, and security to ensure that the system can handle a large volume of devices and user requests. This problem and solution matter to enterprise software architects because it highlights the importance of considering device capabilities when designing and deploying software applications. As more and more devices become connected to the internet, and as users expect to be able to access a wide range of features and content types on these devices, it's essential to have a system in place that can accurately model device capabilities and ensure an optimal user experience. The trade-offs involved in this solution include the need to balance the level of detail in the device profiles with the need for simplicity and scalability. If the profiles are too detailed, they may become difficult to manage and update, while if they are too simple, they may not accurately capture the capabilities of each device. Additionally, the team had to consider the potential for errors or inconsistencies in the device data and develop strategies for handling these issues. In terms of when this pattern applies elsewhere, it's likely to be relevant in any situation where software applications need to be deployed across a diverse range of devices, such as in the Internet of Things, or in situations where users expect to be able to access a wide range of features and content types on different devices. The key takeaway is that device capability modeling is an essential part of ensuring an optimal user experience, and that it requires careful consideration of a range of technical and design issues. One potential pitfall to watch out for is the risk of over-engineering the device capability modeling system, which can lead to increased complexity and decreased scalability. It's essential to strike a balance between accuracy and simplicity, and to prioritize the most important device capabilities and features. Additionally, the team should be prepared to handle errors or inconsistencies in the device data, and to develop strategies for updating and refining the device profiles over time. Overall, the Netflix team's solution to the problem of modeling device capabilities for analytics provides a valuable case study in the importance of considering device capabilities when designing and deploying software applications. By understanding the technical and design issues involved, and by being aware of the potential trade-offs and pitfalls, enterprise software architects can develop more effective solutions to this challenging problem. And that's your briefing for today. See you tomorrow morning.